Let's talk about some books that I absolutely did not think I was going to like. I thought that I was going to hate these books, but then I actually read them and I ended up loving them. Starting with this first one. This is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I read this about a year and a half ago, and this changed my life. I listened to the audiobook as well, and the audiobook for Project Hail Mary still remains one of my favorite audiobooks that I've ever listened to. And just the story that our MMC, Rylan Grace, goes on is just literally out of this world, but it is so good. Rocky, if you know about Rocky. We love Rocky, but I just felt so many emotions while listening to this book, and it was just, I gave it 6 stars. It was so good. The next one is going to be a romance, believe it or not. And the reason why I thought that I was not going to like this book is because literally no one likes this book. I feel like every time I hear someone talking about Mile High, the first book in the Windy City series, everyone always says they DNF it or they gave it 2 stars. I honestly really enjoyed this first book. I loved our FMC Stevie. She was like my favorite character out of the entire book. And I also kind of liked Xander's as well, but I just loved Stevie's witty attitude, snarky, and kind of like putting Xander's in his place when he needs to be. This next one is honestly more of a shock to me than Project Hail Mary. I genuinely did not think that I was going to get into this series, the Red Rising series, but this has become my second favorite series of all time. It is very heavy sci-fi fantasy, very heavy on the sci-fi, and I do like sci-fi from time to time, but I thought that honestly that I was going to be too dumb for this book. But I listened to the dramatized audio, and if you are thinking of getting into this book and if you're not sure if you're going to like a book like this, please listen to the dramatized audio specifically because it is hands down the best audiobook that I've ever listened to. This series feels like Game of Thrones, but in space. You are absolutely terrified for every single character. You don't know if your favorite character is just gonna die at some point, no clue. This series keeps you on the edge of your seat, and I have never felt such strong emotions while reading a book series than I did with this one. The next book I'm gonna talk about is a book that I thought that I wouldn't like because at the time when I read it, there was like a lot of discourse around this book on Book Talk. And that is the Lightark Saga. When I first read this book, people were saying like, oh my God, it's not that good, you're not gonna like it. But when I read it, I personally really enjoyed it. Again, do I think this is like the best fantasy romantasy series of all time? No, I don't, but I had a really good time while reading this, and I think I gave this like a 4 stars. And the last series we're going to talk about today, this has become my 3rd favorite series of all time, and I went into this thinking that I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not.